Hello again, coming at you live, sick and tired, literally sick. I just got randomly sick today. Today is Friday, April 11th, and I realized I didn't update you guys on Tuesday like I normally do. And by you guys, I mean myself who's watching this. I came back from a trip from Houston, Texas, which was a lot of fun, and I'm going to talk about it. And I don't think I'm sick from that. I think I'm just having one of those days where I happen to be sneezing a lot, or maybe I've just been, like, the weather changing has just been getting to me, which is what I think it is. But yeah, so we're operating at half brain capacity, but I do need to do this update because I didn't do it on Tuesday because that was the flight back to Chicago. So, anyways, how I'm feeling right now, I'm feeling pretty accomplished. I got done what I wanted to get done today, which was, log in, do a little bit of work because I'm working from home today. Was to log in, do a little bit of work, clean the entire apartment, which I did. I'm very happy that I did that. Listen to my podcast while I clean, which is my favorite kind of Friday ritual, is to clean the house, listen to Caleb Heron's podcast and Two Hot Takes podcast, Bofa, right? Two of them in a row, and that usually those two podcasts get me through an entire cleaning of the apartment, and I mopped and everything. So it's like all this hair in my face. Sorry. Okay. So I got everything. I feel like I've just been going at 1,000 miles per hour, and it has been nonstop for me. Every hour, on the hour, I'm doing something. I'm thinking about something. I'm thinking about how I could be using this time wisely. I owe somebody something at almost every hour. There is not a single day where I don't have to do something, and that's good, because here's the thing. School, work, the Artist Way program, and my fitness journey are all things that I'm choosing to do. So it's really good. It's good stuff. This is good work that I'm doing. But holy shit, I've been doing this, all four of these things, with dedication and excellency for the last 7 or 8 weeks. And I'm tired. I think I might be getting sick because of the traveling that I just did, but I also think it's because I haven't been getting that much rest because I'm doing things all the time, and I think this is my body like literally crashed today, and it was like, all right, you need to chill, and I will. I'm spending time with my partner's family at their home to celebrate Passover, and hopefully I don't feel as bad tomorrow because I don't want to get anyone sick. But we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. I think it's just like the bug. I think I'm just feeling like a weird bug today. So I'll be able to spend some time with family and relax. Like, I'm not going to be working out this weekend because I trained for 4 days this week, and I am very sore and hurting. I got a lot of really good workouts in, but let me tell you, it's been a lot. I've been pushing myself harder and harder, so that's been great. So my training for this week is finished and over. I'm really happy with the way that I've been eating. So my diet and like just all of that stuff has just been great. Even in Houston, I did indulge here and there, but overall, balance has been great. School is good. School's good. I have 3 weeks until graduation, and so this is the time where I really gotta lock the fuck in for real. Like, I have 2 B's and 1 A in one of my classes, and I know I can get those B's up to an A, and that's the plan. That's what I'm planning on doing. I am writing a research paper for my physics class that I'm going to be starting beginning of next week, so I can get that extra credit, because I'm just at I'm almost at an A. Like, I'm like a couple percentages. So hopefully if I do well with the paper and do well with everything else, attendance, homework, quizzes, stuff like that, I can move into the next grade. And I know I can do it. I just need to like lock the fuck in. And the humanities class that I have a B in, I'm also in that same boat where I'm just a couple percentages away from an A, and there's just no reason that I should be getting anything but an A. That's just how I feel about my work at this point. Okay. Anyway, so that's what's been going on. It's been a lot. So we are in so we just finished week 7, going on to week 8. Okay, sorry, I had to cut that because I had to blow my freaking nose. Okay, so week 7 was all about recovering a sense of connection. Now, this one, again, I feel like Miss Julia has been talking about kind of the same thing, like recovering a sense of connection, recovering a sense of abundance, recovering a sense of possibility. To me, I think they all work together and in tandem. I think it's just the way that she approaches these subjects makes it different, but to me, they've all just been the same. And really the thing that I am taking away from me being in the middle of this journey, week 8, how many weeks are there? 8, 9, 10 weeks? I think they're 12 weeks. Yeah. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 more weeks left. This is the time where I'm like, I want to stop this. I want to quit. It's over. It's done. But what I'm realizing is that that's when I really have to focus and actually have to kick things into gear, because if I let those voices take over, I'm going to stop this program, and yet another unfinished program, yet another unfinished product and a project is on my desk. And that is a bad habit that I'm trying to break. So this is me talking myself into completing a freaking project. So that's why I feel very intense. This week has just been very intense. A lot of movement. Let me see what this week said. Or, wait. Oh. Actually, girl, week 8. What am I talking about? It's week 8. I finished week 8, so I have 3 weeks left. Recovering a sense of strength was what this week was all about. So let's see what this week had said at the beginning of the chapter. This week tackles another major creative block, time. Crazy. You will explore the ways in which you have used your perception of time to preclude taking creative risks. You will identify immediate and practical changes you can make in your current life. You will excavate the early conditioning that may have encouraged you to settle for far less than you desire creatively. Okay. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Yeah, this chapter's good. She talks about, in here, what does she talk about? Gain disguised as a loss, which I've been definitely wrapping my head around, where I feel like there's a loss, there's always another door that opens. It's, to me, pretty similar to the principle of with every action is an equal and opposite reaction. So wherever it is that I didn't achieve, there is another opportunity for me to achieve something else, somewhere else. So I do believe that to objectively be true. There was a wonderful passage in this chapter that I particularly remember. And I was actually reading this on the plane to Texas, so I was able to get that done. I'm just flipping through the pages. What the hell is it? It was kind of like an artist's prayer. And here we go. So these are affirmations. The following affirmations affirm your right to the practice of your creativity. Select 5 affirmations and work with them this week. So this is the affirmation. I am a talented person. I have a right to be an artist. I am a good person and a good artist. Creativity is a blessing I accept. My creativity blesses others. My creativity is appreciated. I now treat myself and my creativity more gently. I now treat myself and my creativity more generously. I now share my creativity more openly. I now accept hope. I now accept affirmatively. I now act affirmatively. I now accept creative recovery. I now allow myself to heal. I now accept God's help unfolding my life. I now believe God loves artists. And I do feel that. I feel that. There was an interesting moment when we were in Texas. I think this was maybe the second day we arrived. So it was Saturday, where my partner and I, we walked to a local coffee shop outside of the hotel we were staying in. And it was a really dreary day in Texas. It was hot. It was 71, but it was rainy and there were no clouds in the sky. It was very, very cloudy. And we were sitting outside and I was doing my morning pages journal. Took this with me, by the way. Love it. And it's already got some travel damage, which I love because it's a good thing. And I also today, I don't know if you can see it, I put my initials in my book because I'm why not? I didn't get it with the service, but I was I'll just do it myself. So I was doing my morning pages that Saturday morning, and I just had a sudden wave of gratitude wash over me. And I've been having a lot of these moments lately where I just feel the need to say out loud to somebody that how grateful I am for everything that's happening in my life. All the things that have happened over the last almost year since I decided to go back to school. It has just been amazing. And there was a lot of painful moments that I had to endure, but I did exactly that. That was the point, was to endure and make space and make room for amazing things to happen in my life. And that is what I'm so grateful for. So I was in the middle of journaling and I just looked at my partner and I was like, you know what? I'm just feeling so grateful to be here. Right here, right now in Texas, that I could book a flight to go to a city that I haven't been to before. Oh, what a sneeze. Oh my God. See? It's bad. I have the privilege of going into a city that I could just go here for pleasure and for leisure. We weren't in Houston for anything formal. We were just there to have fun. What a privilege to do that. What a privilege it is for me to be writing in this beautiful journal that I've wanted and I love and was gifted to me. I mean, thank you. I just wanted to say thank you. And dead fucking ass, the sky opened up as soon as I was done talking. And I only went for a minute. The sky opened up and it closed right back. And I was I looked at the sky, I was she's hearing, she's listening. And again, it's not correlation and causation. It just so happened it's a coincidence. Or maybe is it? No, I know it's a coincidence. It was just really cool to see that happen. It felt like the universe and the world was winking at me and was like, you're welcome. I hear your gratitude. And you're not just speaking into the orb. That moment really moved me. And I'm going to be thinking about that for a while because I was really feeling it, girl. I'm always grateful, but that day I was just feeling extra grateful. So that was kind of a moment of synchronicity that I felt. Another thing I'm noticing with these journals, and maybe it's because I was also on my period during that trip, double whammy. What I also noticed is I am feeling so moved by things lately, particularly art. New art that I've heard before and love, but there's a new approach that I'm developing in my mind about creativity and artists. I have a lot more empathy for people who do art, whether they're attempting it, whether they are experts at it, whether they're novices. I mean, like, really, I just have I have much more openness to people doing the thing and trying. Because to be honest, before I was pretty like pretentious, reflecting back on it, pretty pretentious, would knock anyone who was trying a thing and they weren't amazing at it, or they had this like what I projected as, oh, they have like a self-projected confidence. They're not that good. And I don't think like that anymore. Like, I love to just see anyone do anything creative. And I'm just so moved by everything lately. Like, music is hitting different. TV and media and movies are just hitting different. Images, paintings. It's just, I'm feeling extra fucking emotional. And I'm not really a crier. Like, I don't like to cry. I may have mentioned this before, but I just like, my body has like a natural adverse reaction to crying. I don't feel about this. I don't feel this way about crying with anyone else. Like, you can cry in front of me. Like, it really doesn't bother me. Unless you're manipulating me. But like, I don't allow that for myself. But recently, I have been boo-hooing at TV shows. Like, yesterday we finally finished watching Breaking Bad. So we've been watching that for like a month or so. Just like 2-hour marathons of Breaking Bad every single night. So sorry. And the second to last episode of season 5, where it's like spoiler alert, but this show has been out for forever, but this is the point where Skyler and Walt have the fight, that like big fight scene with the knife, and Walt Jr. is there. And if you've watched the show, you know what I'm talking about, because like that scene was so visceral, and it was like the climax of all the tensions that have been happening with that family. And it was horrific. Like, it was such a emotionally pulling scene. It just felt like mom and dad were fighting. And it's a fictional show, obviously. Like, it's fictional. But girl, that scene had me, I was like on the couch. I was like, like it's full on just releasing. I'm like, this is so awful. Like, what Walt is doing is so terrible. Like, look what he's done to like tear this family apart, but he's also trying to like, you know, all this was because of his family. I don't know, girl. It was just too much. And then we finished the series, and I was like, great show. Honestly, I could see why it's one of the greatest shows of all time. So I was immensely moved by that. Like, I haven't cried that hard at a fictional piece of media since I watched The Last of Us 2, the video game playthrough. I played that game at least 6 times now. It's really, I have an issue. But yeah, when I watched the playthrough on YouTube, that end scene with Abby and Ellie, I was again, ugly face, full, like hyperventilating, crying. And that was over a year ago. So it's been a while since I've cried like that. So yeah, I've been moved about that. Moved about thinking about Paul McCartney, because I saw a clip of him singing the Golden Slumbers medley. He's still alive, and someone was like, you know, we only have a couple years of him singing this live, and Paul McCartney just means so much. So been thinking about him and the music he's written over time. So anyways, I'm just gonna stop it there because I could just talk forever, but I also need to take out this thing in the oven soon. But yeah, week 8, lots of strong feelings, and I'm sick, and I gotta lock the fuck in. See you next week. Bye.